Walter, you're the CEO of Aero Bowls, Bowls Australia's preferred bowling manufacturer. Firstly, tell us about your product and what elevates it above the competition.
Aidan, it's a little story. It's a story that started with, can we make bowls where every set is going to be the same of a model? And that was the objective. So buying and investigating machinery, we finished up getting 2 of the most accurate lathes available in the world. There's only 6 in Australia. And with those and a computer program that makes an A380 aircraft, we've managed to make every set of bowls of that model exactly the same.
And you've got some of the sport's biggest stars using your product and winning with Aero Bowls. It started off with players like Kelvin Kerkow and Wilkie, but recently converted arguably 2 of the best in the business, Aron Sherriff and Marshall. That's a big coup for Aero Bowls.
Absolutely. And the driver there was, especially for Aron, who was really a little worried, shall we say, to change before the Commonwealth Games last year. But having tested the bowls, he said it was different. It was easier, they were accurate. He could see that, and he is one of the most accurate bowlers around. So it suited him, he changed, and he's done extremely well, and he says he's played the best he's ever played. For Alex, it was much the same. That was the driver to join Aero, to have the best equipment that you could possibly have.
And the brand must be in a healthy position with heavy weights like these in your corner?
Absolutely. It's incredible the demand for the bowls. People came up today and said they'll come to Sydney and they'll pick from our stock. And I explained to them there is no stock. Since day one, we've been trying desperately to make stock. All of Bowls Australia recently visited our plant. They saw for themselves there is no stock, just orders. And whatever stock there is in our shop up here. And the UK has expanded dramatically, so much so that we think in 2016 we should be very close to being the market leader from zero.
And you've rolled out some of the stars to Kelvin Kerkow's Aero Bowlsworld here on the Gold Coast. Tell us about what's happening today.
Today we've got a fantastic day. We've got Brett, you've got Aaron, you've got Alex, all visiting us today. We've got a lot of people in the shop today. We estimate a count of about 270 people so far, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon on a Monday, which is fantastic to see our bowls, talk to them, hear how our bowls are made, and thank God we've made a lot of sales as well today.
And you've got a wealth of experience in bowls manufacturing prior to this, obviously producing Comfort Pro. What are some of the innovations and refinements you've made to the Aero product over the journey? Obviously, I see you've got a new Z scoop. You've produced some new bowls for different climates, different conditions.
Every set of bowls that we make, we've managed to register the design of all the grips that we make other than plain bowls, obviously, which are plain. Firstly, we started with the aero dentations, which are effective in the wind. We then went to the zigzag grip, which gave people a bit more reference. And then it took us just over a year to perfect the Z scoop, where we actually carve out a piece of the bowl, have to then bring the bias back to what it was, and then put the zigzag grip within that. And to do that, we need special machinery. And for the UK market or other markets, like South Africa, we make completely different models which only work on their surfaces, as opposed to specific models which work on surfaces in Australia and New Zealand. So there's a set of bowls for every professional, for every person will have the right equipment. There's no such thing as one bowl suits all conditions. That's not possible.
Kelvin, you are, of course, the proprietor of Kelvin Kerkow's Aero Bowlsworld here on the Gold Coast. How's business going?
It's been terrific. We've had a great lead up just to the Australian Open in itself. We've had a great open day while the Australian Open's been on, with the players like Wilkie, Aron Sherriff, Marshall, young Dylan Skinner, one of the up-and-coming players in the country. Have all come together to the shop on an opening day where people can come in and meet and greet with some of our leading aero players around the world. So great opportunity. Business is great. The aero name's out there. It's everywhere. The new scoop grip is just walking out the door. It's been terrific how good sales are going.
The bowlers must be flying off the stocks when they see the likes of Aron Sherriff and Marshall, 2 of the best in the world, carving it up on the world stage using Aero bowls.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Aron Sherriff had a terrific Trans-Tasman series, one of the best players on the paddock, and Marshall, former world champion. He's here in Australia now, been here for 2 or 3 months now, and he's been playing with the Aero Bowls range and really loving the bowls and playing well. So I think the name of the bowls speak with themselves, and it's a terrific product. And as we say, every bowl's the same. They're a perfect match set.
And you, of course, have got the Meet the Pros Day happening today, as you alluded to. It's a chance for bowlers around the country that are playing in the Australian Open to meet the likes of Alex Marshall, yourself, Aron Sherriff, pick their brains for tips and techniques, and just shoot the breeze with them.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a new concept. I thought it was an opportunity. While we've got some of the best players in Australia and around the world here, why not bring them to the shop and people can come in and meet them? So I think we're going to down the road as a regular event. Maybe when the Australian indoor's on, we'll have another open day. So come and meet some of the Australian leading players that are using the Aero Bowls. So it gives the general public an opportunity to come in and ask some questions on grip, feel, delivery, and talk to the pros.
Alex, you've recently joined Aero Bowls as its sale manager for the Northern Hemisphere. You must be excited about joining Aero Bowls' stable of stars. Yes,
very exciting times for myself, being in the same stable as Aron Sherriff, Paul Foster, Brett Wilkie, Kelvin Kerkow, Dylan Skinner, fantastic players, and it's very exciting times for myself. Back in the UK, I've just been made the sales manager in Scotland, the north of England, Southern Ireland, and Northern Ireland. So yeah, it's exciting times for myself, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to the UK to get back home and get some sales.
In your new position, you'll play a key role in product development for the company. Is that mix of development and sales a factor in you joining Aero?
Yeah, it is. Of course, it's something new for myself. It's a new challenge. It's always good to be involved in in the products within a company. So we've got a new bowl which is coming out in the UK very soon, called the Sonic, which is a little bit wider than the Groove. So yeah, it's great for myself being involved in making decisions and making products along with the CEO Ellen Falcon, who I like to work for.
And Aero Bowls are incredibly popular here in Australia, although one new. Do you have that kind of traction and support over in the Northern Hemisphere yet?
Yeah, it's starting to turn. Obviously, just broke into Scotland about 7 months ago. The sales are getting bigger and bigger, every month. Myself and Ellen are working very hard back in the UK to make it bigger. Within a year or so, I think the sales will go up at least 30-40%.
And the conditions are vastly different here in Australia to Scotland. What model aeros have you been using while you're down under for the $225,000 Australian Open? And what are your recommendations for players back home?
Yeah, well, since I've came over here, I was using the space in the pennants in New South Wales for Warilla Bowling Club, and I played well with them down in Warilla. But since I've came up to the Gold Coast, I tried the space to start with, and they just weren't working for me. So I've changed to the Optima, which is more kinder. And I'm very happy with the line that they're taking. So over here, anything in between 13 seconds and 17 seconds, Optima are very good. We're over in the UK, I use the Groove back in the UK, which is a wider bias bowl, purely because we don't get the weather conditions as what you guys get over here. So on the heavier surfaces, I'm using the Groove, and there'll be a chance I might use the Sonic as well.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.